Hello, we're the PNC Newsgirls, Mia
and Maya, reading the news 6 days a week because you're too lazy.
Tuesday, July 25th, 2023.
Okay. The following may be proclaimed as a truth that always holds good. A state has never arisen from the commercial cause for the purpose of peacefully serving commercial ends. States has always arisen from the instinct to maintain the racial group, whether this instinct manifests itself in the heroic sphere or in the sphere of cunning and I already forgot.
Chicanery.
Thank you, Adolf Hitler.
Alright, the quarterly donation drive has been updated. Thank you for your donations. Funds raised in excess of the $100 needed for domain and server costs will be used to get a decent internet connection via Starlink and a second mic for the Newsgirls, aka us!
Yes, because this mic sucks.
Exactly. And everybody's commenting it. We get it, we're just not rich, okay?
Get a good mic.
Yeah. Alright, quick column. U.S. and Israel. Is the unbreakable bond finally breaking? Yes. But whose assessment is closer to the truth? Herzog's claim of a sacred bond, or Lapid's more dramatic assertion of a faltering alliance? To address this question, we must look beyond the exaggerated public statements made by officials from both countries, and particularly from the leaders of the U.S.'s two powerful parties, the Republicans and the Democrats.
Okay, before I even read this, what is this?
I have absolutely no idea. Nymphits?
J.P. Morgan ignored Epstein's nymphits? I don't know what that...
I think it's nymphits. It looks like nymphits.
Yeah, it looks like nymphits, but I want to know what it is.
Okay, we're looking it up.
It's just bringing up the story! Meaning, what is it?
Tell me. Nymphit. See, I was right. Oh! Got it! Why did you have to look that up?
Huh?
Why'd you have to know what it was? Now I know what it is, and now I don't like it.
Well, you see, if I didn't know I don't want to be saying something that I don't like without knowing that I'm saying something I don't like. It's easier to say if I know what it means than knowing it could mean something even worse.
Okay.
You know?
Anyways.
J.P. Morgan ignored Epstein's nymphits, U.S. Virgin Islands says. U.S. Virgin Islands unveiled new accusations against J.P. Morgan Chase over banks' ties to former client Jeffrey Epstein, including executives discussing how the disgraced late financier surrounded himself with nymphits.
And that is all.
Yep, that's all you get.
OpenAI founder to pay people crypto for being human. Digital ID verification startup WorldCoin, which purports to distinguish real humans from AI by scanning their irises with a futuristic orb and scoring their identities on the blockchain, launched a crypto token by the same name on Monday. The project's website describes it as a digital currency received simply for being human, claiming it could drastically increase economic opportunity, scale a reliable solution for distinguishing humans from AI online while preserving privacy, enable global democratic processes, and eventually show a potential path to AI-funded UBI.
I do not want my eyes scanned.
No thanks. I don't want my eyes
Please,
scanned.
no.
Something. It's a dystopian movie or something.
Okay. What?
Reasonableness.
Thank you. Bill passes 64 to... What?
64 to 0.
Okay, that's fine. After compromise falls at last minute. Look, I know it's Knesset, but I'm gonna say Knesset every single time. Passed the bill to cancel the reasonableness standard into law on Monday. It marked the first part of the government's continuous judicial reform to pass into law after 6 months of fierce public debate and negotiations on a possible compromise that continued until the last minute.
Okay, onto the poll column. The U.S. government's new Ministry of Truth, the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, a new interim report from the House Judiciary Committee highlights political motivated mission creep, where we might...
Are you done?
My brain's dying. We might least have expected it. The Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, CISA, I'm bad at acronyms. CISA, I don't know. An agency of the Department of Homeland Security was created in 2018 with a simple non-political mission statement to prepare for, respond to, and mitigate the impact of cyber attacks. As reported here previously,
CISA
works to prevent state-sanctioned hackers from attacking and compromising America's digital infrastructure. The agency exists to warn companies and government entities of pending computer vulnerabilities. It also works to stop ransomware attacks on American companies and their computer networks, and to minimize damage from cyber exploits by foreign and domestic sources. In short,
EISA.
its mission brief was to watch out for attacks on our digital boxes and wires. They could have summarized that in way less words.
And maybe put some more spaces where you can stop.
Way less words, please. Like, oh my goodness.
Look at the sign behind this.
Government, get out, read!
It's hilarious.
The meme. I like memes.
The IRS says they're going to stop sending people to your private properties to intimidate you. Thus far, the Democrats have yet to explain why the IRS is going to show up at your house and kill you if you don't pay enough taxes. Was ever a thing. Meanwhile, the Republicans continue to refuse to call for the IRS to be abolished, even well is obviously unconstitutional. The concept of income tax is, I don't know that word.
Unequivocally, I don't know.
A property invasion. Virtually no other country in the world has this. So-called communist countries don't have this. The CCP is not going to force you to pay a portion of your income to the government. What?
Okay, 85 seconds of video that hilariously show what a liar Fauci was about COVID's origins. The short video from Matt Orfilia, embedded below, brilliantly summarizes what?
How'd you get Orfilia?
I don't know. Orphalia?
Orphalia.
Summarizes the evidence that Dr. Fauci bullied scientists into changing their minds about what their research showed. That COVID was the product of a lab, not a naturally occurring virus. It's one thing to read about the correspondence among those scientists in print, but seeing their actual words excerpted?
I don't know.
And dramatized with exaggerated cartoonish treatment drives home the point forcefully, especially after the brief clip of Fauci lying to the nation in a presser. This is the best use of 85 seconds today that I can think of right now.
Okay. Putler?
Like a mix between Hitler and Putin.
Okay, that's what I thought,
my
but
guess.
it just didn't make sense. Strikes again. Science law banning gender reassignment in Russia. After a long time in process, Russia has implemented a law banning gender reassignment surgeries, which also includes legislation barring transgenders from adopting children. President Vladimir Putin signed a new law into effect Monday, making attempts to change sex via surgical procedures or other medical interventions like hormones illegal. The law prevents medical interventions aimed at changing the sex of a person and makes the state registration of a change of gender without an operation illegal. This means a person's gender cannot be changed on legal documents such as birth records, as it is happening in some instances in the West.
Nice. Physics of cell communication. Scientists decode the language of cell conversations. Cells, it turns out, communicate through waves, much like humans exchanging signals. Imagine a bustling concert crowd. When one person moves, others nearby react, either moving in the same direction or pulling away in response. The same phenomenon occurs within a petri dish, where cells appear static, but are actually in constant motion, swirling and engaging in chaotic behaviors. This remarkable discovery was made possible through microscopic observation, revealing how information propagates and travels in waves, both mechanically and chemically. Cool.
A brain living in the Matrix. Scientists unveil 600,000 plan to merge more human brain cells with AI funded by Australian intelligence agency. A team of Australian scientists collaborating across academia And private industry have just received a 3-year grant to weaponize their work growing brain cell cultures that are capable of communicating with machines. Over the past 2 years, the team has already succeeded in teaching a brain cell culture of approximately 800,000 neurons how to successfully play the 1970s video game Pong from its petri dish. The 600,000 grant was awarded by the... Are you looking at... Okay, no. I thought you were staring at awarded by the Australian government's military and intelligence communities, will be managed by the Australian Research Council.
Interesting.
What I got from this is it taught brain cells how to play Pong.
Exactly. Anyways, monkey column. Controversial legislation in South Africa sparks debates on black employment advancement. Some 600,000 will lose their jobs because they don't have the right skin color or because they live and work in the wrong regions, said its leader John Steinhuisen?
Where?
Steinhuisen? Steinhuisen. I'm going with Steinhuisen.
Okay.
30 years after the end of I don't know what that is. Apartheid?
I don't know.
It looks like apartheid. South Africa remains the most unequal country in the world. Almost 1 in 2 black South Africans was unemployed at the start of 2023, while unemployment was just 9.5% among whites, according to official figures.
Okay.
Cool, I don't care.
South Africa to send female astronauts to ISS. South Africa's National Space Agency, SANSA, intends to send 2 female astronauts to the International Space Station, ISS. Its executive director, Mbulani Mudu, said in an interview published on Sunday. The women's space mission is scheduled to take place in the next few years, Mudu told the head of Russian space corporation Roscosmos, Yuri Borisov, the new agency RIA. I don't know. I'm done.
Italy offers aid to Libya to limit illegal migration to Europe. Italy announced to aid Libya and Niger to establish projects aimed at limiting the arrival of illegal immigrants to Italian shores, Reuters reports.
Yeah.
Cool, limit the migration, yes.
Obama's personal chef drowns while paddleboarding near former President Martha's Vineyard estate. Authorities confirmed Monday afternoon that the body of 45-year-old Tafari Campbell was found in 8 feet of water about 100 feet from the banks of Obama's property on Edgartown Great Pond. I don't know what that means.
Wow.
Wrote down what the whole story was.
Yep. Alright, program column. China replaces Foreign Minister Qin Gang with Wang Yi. The announcement came a month after Qin's last public appearance. The 57-year-old, who was made foreign minister in December, has not since been seen in public since June 25th, when he held talks with counterparts from Russia, Vietnam, and Sri Lanka.
Okay.
He's being replaced.
I find this image hilarious.
It is, honestly.
Chinese and Russian officials have joined North Korea commemorations of Korean War arms. What's that?
I don't know.
You're supposed to be the smart one. Armistice. No peace treaty has ever been signed officially ending the war, and the border between the Koreas remains among the most tense in the world. North Korea has been preparing huge celebrations at the anniversary of the... I still don't know what it is. Armistice? Armistice? On Thursday, July 27th, that are likely to be capped off by a military parade in the capital, Pyongyang, I don't know, where leader Kim Jong-un, I'm bad at saying his name, Kim Jong-un, could showcase his most powerful nuclear-capable missiles designed to target neighboring rivals in the U.S.
Alright, Biden administration sues Texas governor over Rio Grande barrier that's meant to stop migrants. Austin, Texas AP. The the Justice Department on Monday sued Texas Governor Greg Abbott over a newly installed floating barrier on the Rio Grande that is Republicans' latest aggressive tactic to try to stop migrants from crossing into the U.S. from Mexico.
This is all so dumb, though.
It is.
They built an army of floaties to keep people out. Like, really? North Korea fires missiles after U.S. submarine arrives in South Korea. In its third round of launches since last week, North Korea fired the missile consecutively on Monday night from about 11:55 p.m. 14:55 GMT to midnight 15 GMT from an area near its capital, Pyongyang, South Korea's Joint Chiefs and Staff said. I'm tripping.
Okay, that is all. Thank you for listening to Mia.
And Maya, read the Pole News Central homepage. Please do all the good things, especially donate.
And come back tomorrow for a segregated news.